Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today's video is my absolute favorite. I have created two beautiful scenes using pattern papers by Paper Roses, which was included in the SimonSaysStamp June 2022 card kit. We will be cutting out the pattern papers and creating a simple scene for our card front. Both of these cards today are birthday cards. I have some stamping, coloring and lots of heat embossing for you guys. Before we get started, I would really appreciate if you could take a minute to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified each time I post a new video. Before we start creating our cards, let's take a look at these beautiful pattern papers. These are double-sided sheets called Sunny Days by Paper Roses. Look at the adorable designs and patterns on these papers. There are so many happy and fun little critters on them. I have used these papers to create some really adorable cards. I will leave a link to those videos in the description box below. Today I will be using these pretty pattern papers to create a scene for our card front. These adorable little bunnies playing with the kites and the other one with the beautiful tree background. Let's get started. For the first card, I am using this pattern papers with the little bunnies and the kite. I cut out the 6x6 paper using my paper trimmer to be slightly smaller than an A2 size card base. I love the soft colors on this paper. I will be adding some clouds from the Happiest Wishes stamp set. I am using the Pawsitively saturated ink in the shade Marine to stamp the clouds. I just left the outlines for our clouds. I didn't add any colors or shading to it. I love the simple blue colored background on the pattern paper. Next, using a black pigment ink, I stamped my sentiment. I poured over the Ranger black embossing powder over it and heat fixed it using my heat gun. Well, don't forget to use your anti-static powder tool every time you want to heat emboss. This will prevent the powder from sticking anywhere other than the stamped image. Now, if you look closer, the heat did warp up my paper. It's not as thick as a heavyweight cardstock. Well, in that case, you can either put the paper in between something heavy like a pile of books or run it through a die cutting machine. That will straighten out your card panel. Using some foam tape, I mounted this card front over a black A2 size top folding card base, and we can call this card done. Using the SimonSaysStamp Pawsitively saturated ink in the shade Marine, I stamped the same set of clouds on my envelope and for the inside of my card. Well, here's a look at the finished card. I love how beautiful this card turned out and how simple it was to create. Moving on to card number 2. Well, take a look at this beautiful paper. I wish I could make a 6x6 card out of this. Well, I wouldn't lose any part of this pattern paper design. I used my A2 size nesting die from Spellbinders to cut out a panel slightly smaller than an A2 size card base. Don't worry, I will be using the leftover panel. We will not be wasting any of this gorgeous paper. At this point, we can just stamp our sentiment and call this card done. But I wanted to stamp a little teddy on the swing. I used the teddy bear holding the balloon to sit on the swing. This is from again the same Happiest Wishes stamp set. Using my black pigment ink, I stamped the teddy with the balloon and the happy birthday sentiment and heat embossed it using Ranger black embossing powder. Remember that scrap piece of cardstock I was talking about? On the back side of it, we have some cute images that we can fuzzy cut out for our card fronts. I have these two little butterflies which I thought would go perfect with my card front. Once I was done fuzzy cutting the little butterflies, next I took my alcohol markers to color the teddy and the little balloon. The best thing about this beautiful background is that the colors are so subtle that it makes it so much more easier to color any kind of stamped image. Once I was done coloring, I stuck the little butterflies using some tiny foam squares from scrapbook.com and added some shine and sparkle to the balloon using my Spectrum Noir glitter brush pen. Then I went ahead and stuck this panel onto a top folding A2 size card base. Again, here I used a black card base. To finish off our card, I used the Pawsitively saturated ink in the shade Melon to stamp the teddy bear with the balloon for my envelope and the inside panel of my card. Here's a look at our finished card. I love how cute these cards turned out. I had so much fun creating this card. I hope you had fun watching it too and got inspired. All the supplies can be found linked in the description box below. I hope you had fun watching today's video and got inspired. I would love for you to become a subscriber to my channel, and if you do subscribe or are already a subscriber, please make sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the next time I post. Hit the like button and let me know in the comments down below if you have any ideas or suggestions. Also, if you'd like to share your creations, please tag me on my Instagram at rp_shutterbug. There's a link to that in the description box down below. Thank you again for joining me today. Until next time, stay safe.